94.7 Asempa FM Sony Ekosiisen dwumedie na wasugu so a utie no ma yenam nyina ase ne yensan ema mo akwa babio for staying with us. Meaning your say bonsu ufrem yobia meje so make I say Sampine at Sampine see the munyina munim no kwa Ashanti regional on an regional secretary ma NPP ewo ho. But even before we start our discussion segment, no, Samson Asaki Awingobeti, executive secretary Edema Importers and Exporters Association of Ghana, where issue statement or say public should expect price increment in goods and services effective May 1st. Hey, Asaki Awingobeti. Asaki na eteseng.
Obi ne omahene ene your friends chumene Dominic. Medimu hu ya papa.
Asembeya.
Ah, na afi we your friends 2021 me boa. January bedu ene 29 me boa.
Yes.
First quarter chum your second quarter mutiminka.
Yeah. Oh, so all the messages ba me ya kan ma. In the name say wo hu ye and
messages na mu di me ba studio say yam peso ne yam bisa ne yam hwe ejuma ekoso ewotema since even icons buy last year sometime May and yes May there about bedu ene na including say me ko gina me PNC flag bearer me Lucy ma pasra am yandi kita ho me boa
ba nyame adom ene eho ehia se e be frɛw nti ya frɛw mo statement amodi aba no o say because of the implementation of 1% COVID-19 health recovery levy effective Monday 1st of May no Ghana for enhwe nim say prices of goods and services and so ebe kosro aden
obi mami je oti for ina na o network de network ya santo asene samewoku minia kuma kai no so ni zemene samewoku me di pension no me 43 no yan du honte
yes
minia kuma the attendance say you no kwa but for the purpose of port hono na ya de wata ayina buy but met ma ka sure say go buy a port 1% no flat rate no 3% so a very important unim sa bank 5% financial recovery living so by very business community 10% increment for petroleum products so a very important because omonia omuta use transportation so ko unema se ofa ene ko kumasi ko tamale ko boku mi we mi fi no say other say the nema fi ho ba temaport ana the nema wa ha eko market near curiosity na into transportation there anything that a transporter will incur no that they will pass it on to the importer and importer so at the end of the cost build up no you will also have to pass it on to the business community when you say answer na that 2021 budget was read no business community back to market say oh name me bank me business wo ho me transfer sika kwatua me supplier our man na ya say no relationship o minimum no na aya no mun charge me cost of transaction you know in the banking side you know CUT so nim sir so you say okay transaction of bank some of the banks they say mun charge you cost of transaction no to say the bank be any profit maybe let's take it 1 million Ghana cedis I feel I came in 2021 and 2020 no because at that time no on share any 5% via amount via up to now no metima catch say the business community no say obikoye the transactions is here there because of that 5% before profit before tax no definitely commercial banks and now buying government has paid totally woefully to come out and explain to Emma many na metima business when you are buying the ticket what you say who and who will be able to who will be paying that 5% financial levy recovery levy now ban edi buy no so say pack tax on there ya approve no say obi so nim sa and say men wo yet no ye nim but met like I said don't know about the business community that will be affected more because dani na I'm going to transfer sika kwama I'm supply it in order to bring goods to this country now men wo make us me consumer until never way na net carbon ma ye nim say GRA issue statement The issue statement is come first. Come first May. Implementation will take effect because Parliament has now approving appropriative act amount. And it lies on our bosom to also issue a statement to alert so that men may record markets. Same market. Say near surprise say come Monday and not Tuesday. So obi and Sunday obi be come market. Na idea o cotton 1 series down. Maybe we come market out. But say yeah, the 50% and not 20% the two. We just say if you are not prepared, psychologically, fiscally, and emotionally, and then we could do market now. What to say? Bibia ya two nema. We just say a bear was surprised. And see, as a responsible organization, I advocate no. Sometimes we have to build that relationship with the consumer. The consumer public no. I'm gonna get customers to the business community. Say yeah, I say I'm more money. I say based on this a banner day come first me. Indeed, if you come to market come first me, they will see some price increment.
Price increment. Inti muye illustration be me banya abotre. Muye illustration be in the statements. Currently, the VAT standard rate without the soon to be introduced COVID-19 levy stands as Get Fund 2.5%, NHIL 2.5%, VAT 12.5%. This means the old tax system, where 1,000 Ghana cedi product was sold or valued at 1,181.2 Ghana cedis with tax inclusive. The additional 1% COVID-19 levy will see the same product being sold or valued at 1,192.5 Ghana cedis. Inti wenone incrementa the new 1% COVID-19 levy no ede beba, right?
And say ono dance ronko. Others who are now making country ono and so a cost. There's no way say Obi. You better discuss no without considering that the other factors no is also going to be a cost for the business community. Yes, I use that 1% to do the simulations, but did you consider the 5%? Did you consider the petroleum 10%? If you are to carry cargo, that be our own say. Amount for the break, you complain say. Your fan name every call Umazia. Transportation Amuchiano. You remember I said before the 2021 budget, no? Gutta 4 and a Gutta branch in the Central region. They lamented so much on some of the transportation charges that they pay. You remember?
On Asempa FM.
These are all costs. So I just use that one as illustration, but I can tell you it goes beyond that. The business community will incur more costs beyond just the 1%. So that is how the situation is going to look like.
It is here no say Ochina every Monday ekonobia ekojoma koto bibia. Should it be Neoma? Ye import yaba Ghana nkwana ye expect a increment nana.
David. Another say minya Dr. Beba Kacho say na area for omoya production wa Ghana ha. Who are those people who do the retailing for them? The business community.
Yeah.
Okoto nema wa factory, eco marketer. Definitely over for transportation. Okoto nema wa marketer. If they used to calculate for you, especially the 3% flat rate now, so nimsa. See a page up at 4%. So nimsa. So including other taxes or more increase. So and then the national health insurance. So it tells you that it's not going to affect only goods being imported. But whether goods being imported or goods being produced in Ghana here are all going to be inclusive in this cost analysis. I don't see anywhere the GRA or the Finance Ministry or Parliament says that with this new taxes that they will be introducing is going to affect only the imports alone. And that's why when you look at my outfit, we do both. We do advocacy for both import and export. Whether you are producing and you have to embark on export or whatever. You know that if you are exporting, you might not pay so much, but there are certain fees and charges that you have to pay. Sometimes it actually attract the VAT, you know, the VAT service component. Are you aware? And say if we are considering all these factors, we should look at it. Now, Obia Obako Busian, our banker, definitely 5% now. if they have, you know that Okoji loan now, Okoji 10 million. At the end of the day, 10 million they are the amount.
Yeah.
They will tell you maybe 1% or this percent for operation transaction charges or whatever. Then they will deduct. At the end of the day, they end up giving you 900 and something Ghana cedis. So Okoji 1,000.
That's true. That's true.
So these are all going to be a cost component. Obi, Ghana ha inano, yakoda. Obi anjwe. But I can tell you, we will see a very significant increases of prices, because if you are going to if the business person is going to factor all these components, of course, that will not be recoverable. So when you say, Jerry, statement is almost clearly that some of this is not recoverable. You remember? And so the business committee will not be a charity. Will not be for Christmas. They are going to increase it already. I think I've heard you and our brother Omahe
Dabioniha.
I think I heard you talking about cement, iron rod increment this month. For only 1 month, the number of increment that it has taken effect. It tells you that if on the 1st, and this component also comes to bear, definitely, I can tell you, we won't be surprised that we will see another additional increment on iron rod and cement and stuff like that in the market.
Asaki, a wing gobet. Mayanase, Bibiani, Besan Yedi, Komobio.
Yeah, Abano yam abano present abano but church is 5% no bank no obekwa father wo hen so bank being in the profit say no nim no multimedia ana asempa we your program ma mo advert me boa na afibia I don't know the year no the finance will tell you that the revenue you made for this year is this salary and then maybe compensation and other things was amount to this. They made profit after all those expenses that including tax they pay, if the profit they made is 1 million now for 2020, you say they'll project that they want to make 1.something million come 2021, and so about the 5% better one. Definitely, say if you used to take one slot of advert for OB program, which is well received and well observed and well listening in this country, say 600 for get 2 minutes. Now maybe it ever call like 800. For get 2 minutes or 1 minute advert on OB Ekosiisen program. Let's ask. We need to interrogate. I don't know why the government is silent to come back and tell us. Remember, very seriously, that when Honorable Setepe introduced financial service levy tax, at implementation, when the parliamentarians got to realize that it was going to affect them, everybody came back and said, hey, so we want to know that which one will be affected. Since the 5% came, I have not heard people asking, interrogating. I've also seen, last but not the least, I've also seen, Honorable Secretary, I don't know, if you read from him this week, Abano, they should be able to introduce sunset clauses, right?
Yes, sunset clause.
Sunset clauses to some of these taxes so that it doesn't look like Abano introducing a badaya so a traditional tax. So that maybe after COVID-19, then we'll continue collecting it. I remember it's a good call. But say when him say during on not time as a finance minister, almost somebody buy special levy import by 1% and 2%. It was a sunset clause. But what did we see? He kept on coming to Parliament to ask for extension. Indeed, 2017, when this Akufo government came, His Excellency the President government came, their first maiden budget, they abolished the 1%. The 2% special levy is still running on our books concurrently. You remember? And so, though it's good that he is now out of office, and you think that if they should introduce sunset clauses and to be respected. During his time, the special levy was also having a sunset clause. I remember one of our meeting with Honorable Haruna. He made it clear that it was a sunset clause, and when the time came, it will go off. But today, it seems 2% special levy has become a traditional community tax, so government is enjoying collection. But it was supposed to be for a period. And so I think his call is in the right direction, but I think he has to think himself first before he paying the current Minister of Finance.
Okay. Asaki, my nasi, you best answer the incomobile. Why? Yeah, that's papa. Ekosiisen suni higher senpai MNT Importers and Exporters Association of Ghana, and one executive secretary what in Ghana say because of the new tax handles effective May 1st. No, yeah, expect to say you could do more. You be with a new